This is Gangwon, a province divided by one of the most dangerous lines in the world. So why am I here? Because what's happening at the bottom of this mountain is an important building block on the road to peace. I'm Michael Koenigs, and for 2 seasons I've been traveling across America to find stories that show that we are not as divided as we think. But now I'm taking you halfway around the world to the most infamous dividing line on the planet to prove that even here we all have more in common. I'm Michael Koenigs, and this is More in Common. The Korean War ended in 1953 with a ceasefire agreement that divided the Korean Peninsula along the 38th parallel. These notes have been left here that are asking for peace on this incredibly tense border. Everything to the north became known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, what we know as North Korea today. The southern half became the Republic of Korea, or simply South Korea. Gangwon straddles both sides of the line and is the only province that is divided in two.
그렇죠. 제가 통일도지사가 돼야 되는데 아직 반쪽 도지사로 남아 있기 때문에.
Choi Moon-soon is the governor of Gangwon Province. In 2018, his province hosted the Winter Olympics in the city of PyeongChang. It was a tense time.
2018년 직전까지만 해도 북한이 ICBM을 완성해서 ICBM을 쏘아 올렸고 그 핵탄두를 ICBM에 실어서 미국 본토를 타격할 수 있는 핵무력을 완성했다는 선언을 평창 동계올림픽 직전에 했었습니다. 그래서 뭐 전쟁 직전까지 가는 위기가 있었는데요.
But after months of back-channel negotiations, the North agreed to send a delegation of athletes and spectators to march in the opening ceremony under the United Korean flag. And in an unprecedented show of unity, athletes from the North and South competed together on a joint women's hockey team.
2년 전에 있었던 평창 동계올림픽에서 남북 간의 평화, 그리고 전 세계인들이 축복하는 남북 간의 평화가 이루어졌는데 그 평화의 레거시를 이어받기 위해서 저희들이 포럼을 주최하고 있고 그 평화의 흐름을 이어가기 위해 노력하고 있습니다.
I'm here in Gangwon Province to attend the 2020 PyeongChang Peace Forum, a gathering of thinkers, activists, and leaders from around the world focused on bringing peace to the Korean Peninsula. Leaders like Gunilla Lindberg of the International Olympic Committee. She helped organize the unforgettable moment in 2018.
To see the joint team coming in and also to see the unified women ice hockey team playing. For the first time in my life, I was not cheering for my country. I was cheering for the Korean unified team.
I met up with Gunilla and her IOC colleague Ryu Sung-min to talk about sports diplomacy at the PyeongChang's famous Korean barbecue spot. Why do you think global peace and the Olympics seem to be so closely tied?
Sport can do things that politicians cannot.
Only sports can, bring athletes together under one roof. It's an amazing experience as an athlete.
For the Summer Games, we are 206 countries. That's bigger than United Nations.
Also, we have different languages, different perspectives, but these Olympic Games will bring unity.
If you're a host city, you open up your borders for everyone, even if you are in war. And like the old Greeks did, they stopped all the wars, and that's why we have the Olympic truce. The Olympic movement is the biggest peace movement in the world.
On the sidelines of the Peace Forum, a bit of sports diplomacy is already underway. This is the Peace Cup, a soccer tournament bringing together young athletes from conflict zones around the world.
I'm from Timor. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
I am from La Paz, Bolivia.
You got a lot of pride? You got the flags here?
Yes.
How does it feel to be representing your country here at the Peace Cup?
Very happy. It's amazing and very grateful to be here. Right now my country is very divided.
There are many conflicts where I am from. There are not such things like you see here to bring people together.
This is a cup to make us feel proud of our countries and to talk about our conflicts and try to solve it.
To have a mixed team definitely means we need to understand each other because we have different strengths and we have different weaknesses. But then when we come in together and join hands, then it means we have one strength.
We didn't speak the same language, but we sure did have a lot of fun.
Soccer doesn't need a lot of communication from the mouth. It needs communication from your foot and your passion for the football. You come and meet someone you've never met, you play with him, you take their contact with that, you become friends.
Peace is everything that every human being needs, despite our tribe, language, our race, or color. It doesn't matter. The only way we can put them together is at least create a safe space, but then we mobilize them through a soccer match.
You get to play with people you've never seen. You get to understand what peace really means, about everything about it.
And what does peace mean? What does that mean to you?
It's living together in harmony with no conflict in between it.
And PyeongChang's dedication to fostering peace by bringing young people together is about to be taken to the next level. Back at the Peace Forum, the International Olympic Committee was making a major announcement.
I'm very proud that we in IOC decided on the 8th of January this year to award your province the Youth Olympic Games 2024.
And while the list of sports included in the Olympics continues to grow, many are wondering if the Olympics will ever include the fastest growing sport in the world.
Young generations, they are really passionate for the esports, but we are still discussing about how to promote the Olympic value in the esports world.
Esports has become a phenomenon around the world. Big matches feel like the World Cup, with play-by-play announcers, huge corporate sponsorships, and most importantly, massive fan bases. The rise of esports is inextricably linked with South Korea. Korean gamers were at the forefront of streaming culture, and South Korea had multiple 24-hour networks dedicated to esports before platforms like Twitch were even launched. But can esports bring people together the way traditional sports have? We sat down with one of the most famous esports athletes in the world to find out. We're walking into a League of Legends tournament here in Seoul, Korea. Faker, one of the best in the world, is playing tonight.
하루 종일 하죠. 거의 밥 먹고 자고 하는 시간 제외하고 거의 다 게임을 하고 있고, 저는 그냥 단순히 게임을 좋아하기도 하고 또 더 잘하고 싶은 마음이 있어서 그렇게 오래 할 수 있는 것 같아요. 거의 뭐 이제 하루에 12시간 정도 하는 것 같습니다.
And it shows. Faker is one of the most internationally known, highly compensated esports athletes of all time. You've turned down opportunities, money from other countries because you now take such pride in representing Korea. Why is that important?
선수를 하면서 이제 다른 나라에서 제의가 많이 왔었는데 좋아해 주시는 팬들이 다 한국에 계시고 거의 다 한국에 계시고, 그리고 제가 한국에서 오랫동안 뛰면서 한국 대표라는 그런 자부심도 가지고 있고, 그리고 LCK가 여전히 이제 저는 굉장히 경쟁력 있고 가장 주목받는 대회다 보니까 조금 더 이제 LCK에서 많이 우승을 하고 싶은 것도 있고, 사실 돈만이 중요한 것은 저는 아니라고 생각해요. 과거 옛날에는 이제 축구나 농구 이런 것이 사람들이 많이 즐기는 놀이였다면 이제 게임이 더 많이 즐기는 하나의 놀이가 되다 보니까 많은 사람들이 점점 축구나 이제 다른 스포츠 같이 게임의 스포츠화를 원하는 것 같아요.
Should esports be in the Olympics?
저는 사실 그런 올림픽에만 구애받지 않고 그냥 e스포츠 자체로 많은 사람들이 e스포츠에 관심을 많이 가졌으면 좋겠습니다. 올림픽에 꼭 출전한 이유가 그냥 올림픽이라는 대회에 출전하고 싶어서가 아니라 그냥 e스포츠의 위상을 좀 더 많이 알리고 싶어서 올림픽에 선정되는 좋다고 생각합니다.
How can esports, how can these games foster a better sense of understanding between people from different parts of the world?
사실 게임에 있어서 언어는 중요하지 않아요. 왜냐면 게임은 언어로 플레이하는 것이 아니라 게임 자체 그런 시스템을 플레이하는 거라서 뭐 대화가 게임에 있어서 크게 중요하지 않거든요. 같은 게임을 좋아한다면 전혀 이제 다른 말을 하는 사람도 심지어 뭐 지구인이 아니라 외계인이라도 같이 소통할 수 있는 그런 능력을 가지지 않았나. 다른 스포츠도 마찬가지겠지만 게임도 마찬가지로 언어의 장벽을 그냥 뛰어넘을 수 있는 그런 능력을 가지고 있다고 생각합니다.
You've done so much to bring this game to the world. An honor to meet you.